Liposonix is a treatment which uses highly focused ultrasound to break down fat cells under the skin. Now, in contrast with other non-invasive body contouring systems that are on the market today, the Liposonix system is highly versatile, which allows control over precisely how and where the energy is delivered for a truly customized treatment in one single session. And joining us from Western Dermatology Consultants are Dr. Barbara Einhorn. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you. And Physician's Assistant Purcell. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm excited to talk about this. Let's first explain to our viewers what the Liposonix treatment is all about.
So the Liposonix treatment is an ultrasound treatment. It consists of a highly high intensity, a very focused ultrasound treatment. It goes to a depth of about 1.3 centimeters down into the fat below the skin. So it goes fairly deep, and we can tailor treatment to specific areas that are a little poofy or need a little work.
Right, or you know, if you've been working out a lot or you eat healthy and you're saying, why can't I get rid of this one thing, or why is this just being so stubborn, right? So who would actually be the most likely candidate for this kind of treatment?
Somebody, exactly as you say, somebody who has very good eating habits, who's working out, who's pretty close to their ideal weight, but just has some problem areas, the muffin top, the love handles.
It's a realistic fact, right, Carol? I mean, so you wouldn't recommend this to somebody who's really got an excessive weight problem at this time. There would be other measures that you would go to, right?
Right. This isn't considered a weight loss method.
Right. Okay. Well, I personally have to say that I was one of these people who thought, gosh, you know, I don't understand why are certain areas so stubborn on me. So I actually went exactly a week ago today, and I went for the Liposonix treatment so we can talk a little bit more about it in depth. So here's a look at what the process was. And as I mentioned the last time I came to you guys, coming in there right from the beginning, it feels very much like, you know, you're going into a retreat or a spa. You don't feel like you're going into a medical facility, although everybody there is medically trained, and that's what's so nice. And so it's a really nice experience. And of course, here, let's tell everybody kind of what we're going through here is the process as I'm coming in here. Now, what they do, tell us what we're seeing right now.
So you're actually having the treatment. That's our technician, Jen.
I love Jen.
She's fantastic.
Now, you see this with the music, the elevator music that's playing? That's as long as it takes for each section. And what she did was she basically gridded me. She put the, explain what the grid process is, so because you could probably explain it better than I could.
Well, you're just going to map out the areas that require treatment, and you're going to go over it with the handpiece. So.
And she basically squeezes the fat. So you find the area that you need to get rid of, and she kind of puts it all. I mean, she basically said, where are you feeling like you're having the most problems? And she had to make sure that she got at least an inch, right? That's what it is?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because they don't want to get anywhere near the bone, which I appreciate that safety factor first. And then once she got me down there, really, I have to say, there was no pain. It wasn't weird, it wasn't awkward. The only thing that was funny was that she had to keep squirting the water on me, the cold water, to keep me from getting too hot from the
handpiece. Yeah.
Right. So I was giggling a lot, and that's really about as bad as it got.
Yeah.
So let's tell everybody why Liposonix is unique, really, from any other fat reduction products or procedures out there.
So it's non-invasive. You can go about your business right after the treatment, and we really can tailor the treatment to the areas that you really need. The downtime is none, and you know, there's a few people that wouldn't be candidates, but it's pretty rare. I mean, you know, if you have less than a centimeter of fat in that area, you're really not a candidate, because then it's going to go too deep and be a problem. Or someone who has a hernia in that area wouldn't be a candidate, or someone who's pregnant. But beyond that, almost anybody would be a candidate.
Yeah, you know, when I first watched it, I had said, you know, this is right here by my outer thighs, that area is a bit, but when she tried to squeeze, there wasn't enough. And I appreciate that she was honest, and she said, you know, there's not enough here. You may feel like it's a bigger spot, but it's more muscle than fat, so we really can attack that area. So, you know, I think that's a really good thing. They're very honest with you and basically tell you, hey, look, this is not even an option. Let's not even go there.
Right.
You know. So let's talk. I know obviously the answers, but let's share with our viewers how long a treatment generally takes.
About an hour.
An hour. That's it. It's not bad, and that's exactly how long it took us. And recovery process, you said it's no downtime, so you can go right back to your business the rest of the day. But as far as side effects or anything, let's tell anybody what they could expect.
So you might have a little bit of swelling, it may feel a little bruised, it may be a little sore, but those should be fairly short-lived, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit tender, but I had no bruising or anything. Knock on wood, I had nothing. So it was really good. Now, Carol, besides Liposonix, tell us about some of the other services that Western Dermatology Consultants offers.
So we have a couple of relatively new lasers. One, an isolase laser that we use to treat acne, and it's a great alternative for patients that, like with parents worried about putting their patients on antibiotics.
Oh, good point.
And it, you know, in the age of antibiotic resistance, that's a really good option. Great to decrease inflammation and really quick procedure. We can do it on any skin type.
That's great.
And then we have another laser called Clear and Brilliance, and that laser is fantastic for freshening up the skin, evening out skin tone, for patients who've had a lot of microdermabrasions and they want to go to the next level.
Yeah.
So that's a great option too. And again, we can do it on any skin type, and both of these have no downtime.
And I love the name Clear and Brilliance because that's exactly how your skin feels when you're done. Now, I understand that there's a big open house that's coming up, so we really want to make sure that our viewers know all about it. Let's talk a little bit about that.
So it's this Friday,
Yes.
2:30 to 6:30.
Okay.
We have demonstrations of a lot of the things we offer. We are going to have a lot of people who we work with.
Okay.
Vendors and the like, also discussing some of the things we do. All of us doctors and Carol will be there.
Nice.
Our nurse injectors will be there. Our entire staff will be there on hand to answer questions. It's a fun event. We have great food. We have a band playing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That does sound like fun, and I can vouch for the fact that you have a fantastic staff, everybody. And Dr. Einhorn and Carol, thank you so much for joining us. And I can't wait for 8 weeks from now because I'm going to start seeing some results and losing into my little hip area. I cannot wait. And still ahead on New Mexico Style, recipes that add more nutrition to your meals. Don't go away.